Hey guys, so for today's video, I have my August favorites and regrets video. So for this month's favorites, I surprisingly have a ton of regrets to share with you guys. A lot of the times I mainly have a ton of favorites and then just a little bit of regrets, but this month I tested out a couple products and a lot of them were kind of misses for me, so I'm excited to share them with you guys. But I do have just a couple of favorites that I really want to share that have stood out for me this month and that I've been loving. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing I have to talk about, I'm so excited to share these with you guys because I actually filmed an entire video and lip swatches on all 10 shades of the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks, the new ones that she just came out with, and I filmed the video. It was so good. I was so excited to upload it for you guys. It was a review as well, and then the audio was total garbage on it, so I had to scrap the video and I couldn't even upload it. So I was really upset because I love these so much. They're so good. They're probably the most comfortable liquid lipstick you will ever wear. Like, if you hate liquid lipsticks because they're too dry for you, then you will probably like these. So give these a try because they dry so comfortable but yet very matte. Like, you know, they don't transfer anything. The consistency of this is very watery. It's almost like watercolor, like if you've ever painted with water paint. It feels like that, but I think that's what makes it so comfortable to wear. Another thing that I'm obsessed with about these is that they fade really nicely. So they last super long on you, but when they do eventually start to fade, they fade really nicely. So they don't fade and get all cracky or crumbly or anything like that. They fade really gradually and they start to just kind of disappear slowly. So I really love that about these, and I love the packaging. I'm just so obsessed. I wanted to share a couple colors with you guys. So first up here you have Trendsetter, which I'm so obsessed with. It's the most beautiful like 1990s lip color. Then you have Vixen, which is probably the best like dark lippy I've ever come across. It seems like your typical dark burgundy, but no, this is probably the most gorgeous one I've ever come across. Then I believe this one is Icon. Let me double check. Yep, Icon. And then the first one here is Venus, which is one of my faves. I love all of these. They are gorge. So next favorite is actually a makeup brush. Now, a lot of the times I don't really mention brushes on my favorites videos, but this brush I actually learned a new technique with this week and it made my makeup last, I'm not kidding you, for 12 hours. If you go ahead and take this brush, this is the Morphe E41. It's a very nice powder brush, but you can see it's very big, but it's also very dense. Like, it's not as fluffy as something like, whoops, just dropped my beauty blender. It's not as fluffy as something like this, you know? This one is just more dense. It's more for packing on powder. And what I love about this one is that it really takes the powder and packs it into your foundation if you do it in this type of motion, and it will make your makeup last so much longer than it normally would if you were to just kind of dust powder on with the super fluffy brush. So I love this brush for that, or really any brush that's going to give you that dense application. I'm telling you, my makeup lasted all day and it didn't look cakey. It looked really good throughout the hours. I'm telling you, it is bomb.com. And I know it was this technique that made my makeup last longer because I didn't do anything different or use anything different other than this specific technique. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, this is the Morphe E41 powder dense brush. So next favorite I really want to share with you guys, but I do want to put an emphasis that I feel like not everyone has to buy a high-end mascara. So I just want to put that out there because I'm always like a big fan of drugstore mascaras. I debated whether or not it would be worth mentioning, but I thought, you know what, Amy, there are people out there who don't buy drugstore makeup at all. Like, there's people out there who don't want drugstore makeup, who just personally prefer to just pop into Sephora and get a really good mascara. So I'm like, you know what, I'm still gonna share it. So I love this one. This one is so good. It just gives you that like super natural, lengthened, volumized, wispy lash. Like, I feel like this is wispy lashes in a tube mascara. You know what I mean? Like wispy falsies, but just in a tube mascara. It is so nice. I absolutely love it. I've been using the heck out of it this month, and I'm so in love with my Maybelline Lash Sensational that I usually never switch up mascaras, but I really have been loving this one. So the next favorite I have, I'm totally obsessed with. This is the new Ofra highlight. This is in the shade Rodeo Drive. This highlight is so beautiful. Not only is the packaging really gorgeous, but it is probably the most gorgeous gold I've ever worked with. It is definitely very similar to Champagne Pop, which is probably why I love it so much but when you pop this on the cheeks, it just looks so good. I'm so in love and obsessed with this. I think this is a great highlighter to buy just because of the quality, the color, and also the price. You do get a pretty good discount if you use my coupon code or any of your favorite YouTubers coupon codes, but I do have one that's 30% off, so it's Amy30, I believe, and you can just get 30% off of it if you guys are interested. It is an affiliate coupon code, but I'm so obsessed with it. Like, it's so good. Let me do a swatch so you guys can really see. It is so intense. Like, I'm so in love with it. Next product I want to share with you guys is a new foundation powder that I've been loving. This is the Maybelline Better Skin Transforming Powder. This one is in the shade 50 Beige. I've been loving this month. It's super smooth, so it makes you look really smooth and kind of poreless on the skin, but I love the coverage that you get with this. It's not super full coverage, but it's definitely buildable, and it's just so finely milled, super smooth. It doesn't really do a ton when it comes to making my makeup last really long, so I kind of only use this on days when I know that I don't need my makeup to last too long. I can just kind of pop this on for a couple hours, you know? So I definitely wouldn't say that this is super long lasting, but it works for a couple hours, and I really enjoy the finish that it gives. The next product I'm really excited to share with you guys, this is the Hard Candy Hula bronzer. This is pretty much your like blusher type of bronzer, like a topper almost. So you would put this on top of your blush or on top of your bronzer just to give it like that kind of topping sheen. It really gives you the most like gorgeous, I'm gonna see if I can do it some justice, I don't know, probably not, but it really gives you, yeah, the swatch won't really do anything, but it really gives you that beautiful kind of luminized cheek, and because it has specks of gold in it, you get a little bit of a highlight in it. So what's nice about this is on days when you're in a rush and you're doing that no makeup look, you can get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight in one with this product. Like if you just want to dust your cheeks with something, it will give you a little bit of a highlight sheen, a little bit of color. So surprisingly enough, that is it for my favorites this month. I did try out a good amount of products, but a lot of them ended up being misses for once. But not only that, I feel like I tried out more products last month, so my July favorites was like epic, so this month was a little slower for me. But let's go ahead and talk about the stuff that I haven't been loving. So I talked to you guys about my favorites, the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks, and I tried all 10 that I bought, and I love all 10 of them except for this one. This specific shade, Famous, I just wanted to let you guys know because I obviously just named these as my faves. So before you guys went ahead and purchased them, I wanted to let you know my personal opinion is not to waste money on this specific shade. It looks beautiful when you swatch it, so it's kind of a shame because the color is so gorgeous, but the formula of it is a little bit more patchy than the other ones. I kind of found it hard to get a nice even application. It was super patchy and streaky, so I just wanted to tell you guys about that one specific shade. Next is a new mascara from L'Oreal. I usually love L'Oreal mascaras, but this is the Voluminous Feline mascara. Really quickly, I enjoyed the natural lash that it gave me, but it didn't do anything too special for my lashes. But my main issue with this is that it flaked really bad on me. About half an hour after using it, it goes and flakes all on your under eye, which is no bueno. Nobody wants that, okay? So next I have two products from Amazing Cosmetics. They sent over a bunch of goodies and I've been testing a couple of them out. I so far haven't been loving these two. So this one is the Line Smoother Primer. This reminded me a lot of the Dr. Brandt Pore Minimizer Primer one. That one is like, I don't like that one at all either. They both have that very greasy kind of feel to it. So with my oily skin, it's not a good feeling for me, and I don't like the strong scent. It kind of smells like peppermint, so I'm just not feeling that. And then the Amazing Concealer. I was kind of excited to try this because I know some people love it, some people hate it. Personally for me, I just found it too thick. It almost felt like a paste, almost like a Pantene cream or something. I just wasn't digging the texture. Next is another L'Oreal product. I usually love L'Oreal products, but this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. I'm kind of late on trying this out, but I heard that this is a dupe for the Giorgio Armani foundation, which I can see some similarities, but this is just not as good quality as the Giorgio Armani. I show you guys all the time dupes that are as good quality as high-end, so it's nothing against, you know, like a drugstore high-end battle. This is just my honest opinion on this specific, you know, foundation. I love so many L'Oreal foundations and so many drugstore foundations, but this one just did not do it for me. It's super hard to blend out. It kind of sticks to certain areas, I personally found, and it's supposed to be like dewy, but it wasn't dewy or luminous on me at all. So it's kind of weird because I have oily skin. I don't know if I got a bad one. I don't know. It just did not do it for me. I actually tried this out in a first impressions if you guys want to see my first kind of initial thoughts on it. So I don't know. So, and next I have two Tarte products. One is a skincare kind of product, and this is their lip facial exfoliator. So the first time I tried this, I was like, oh my God. So basically it looks like a little lipstick, but you go ahead and kind of exfoliate your lips with it. The first time I tried it, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with it. It was so good because that first layer, it gives you that beautiful exfoliating lip, and it's so easy to use, right? But after you use that first top layer, you just get this type of layer, and this layer underneath after that first layer is very like, you feel like you're just putting Vaseline on your lips or something like that, and it's super sticky. No, worse than Vaseline. It's kind of like a sticky, waxy, yeah, wax, very waxy. It doesn't have much exfoliating in it after you kind of use that first top layer. So I just think it is a waste of money. And for me, I just personally like to mix up my own lip exfoliate, and it's cheaper that way too. So the last product by Tarte is their new Pro Lash Glue. Now I liked how this lash glue performed, but just for me it was a total miss because the lash glue is black. So it's not clear or it's not colored or anything, it's totally black, and you might think that that's like a good thing, but just personally, like for me, personal preference, I like to see the color of my lash glue because I like to see the color change so that I know when it's dry and when it's ready to go on my lashes. You might be able to kind of experiment with this and figure out what time frame it needs to get dry, but I just don't got time for that. And I already love my House of Lashes lash glue, and that one is clear and I can see it start to change color, so I know when it's dry and ready to go on my lashes. So that completes my August favorites and regrets. I know it was a little bit of a smaller one and a lot more regrets than normal, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.